back looking for help. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get first crack at it today. The Tigers pulled out a close one the last time they saw their Palmetto State rivals.
And Clemson, they were sleepwalking early in that game. They know when they play South Carolina, they're going to get their A-plus effort. They're going to have to take some haymakers, and they got to wake up in this one, Bill.
I think it's tough late in the season, regardless when you play. The rivalry is deep. The hatred is deep. Even when seasons are out of touch for South Carolina, they can put an exclamation point by beating Clemson at the end of the year. So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And on that out route, 3rd down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and...
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll pull it on the read. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Clemson jumps to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's got it on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
On the run, it's Braswell. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and we'll see what they do to finish off this drive.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Makes the grab. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. He marched 78 yards down the field. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a dip.
There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Maddox. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's James. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Quick completion on the out route. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Zinks it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Complete to the left. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play.
The Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Clark. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. They'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Hauls it in.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Maddox. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore... usually makes that throw every time.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, South Carolina! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and make big plays for them.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
There Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Off play action. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Lost to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
Breaks into the open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Clemson. And that one will give them the lead. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem. The extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. What a play, finding a way to get it into the end zone, and after all of that, it's even better. You wind up with a 2-point conversion. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive and now in business near midfield at the 49. The give is to Smith. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Maddox. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you know...
Turning it on! And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll send the back in motion. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll cut this lead down to 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Alabama. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Maddox. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense there on 3rd down, allowing the catch but not allowing him in the end zone. They are playing big with their backs against the wall with the game on the line. 4th down.
He'll sneak it. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Hey, he looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move there. There he goes. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Finds a crease at the 20. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Found that space and picked up 6 out at the 33.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Finds his big tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here today.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Maddox. Finds his tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Catch in the middle, it's Sims. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you can tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Got it in the middle. It's Sims. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Back to throw. It's Maddox. Got it. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Unloads quickly. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Offense uses the timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll try to power it in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. The offense gets the timeout. 12 kicks left on the clock. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
42 Spider.
Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Touchdown Gamecocks. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. Dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch. Take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
Now the pitch. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to pass, it's Underwood. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over, an absolutely heartbreaking loss. Anytime South Carolina